Did you miss the release of this great new indie title? I know what you're thinking, it looks so indie. But don't let that keep you from a great tactical RPG experience. Together in Battle has deep tactical combat with multiple classes and abilities that we don't see too often in the genre, like those focused around telekinetic abilities. It also features heavy use of the environment, allowing you to push and pull enemies into a plethora of hazards. But if you want more details, I have a full review that I'll link in the description below. This video is going to focus on the latest updates to the game, especially those to its economy, that has greatly improved the game's balance and made playing it a much more refined and enjoyable experience. There are two main resources in Together in Battle: Aura, which is the game's currency, and the morale of your fighters. The biggest issue with the game's economy balance was the scarcity of Aura. You see, originally it was very difficult, even on normal difficulty, to have enough funds to pay your team. Not paying your team then led to huge morale penalties, which would have half your team just quitting on you. Thankfully though, this has largely been fixed. You can still miss payday, but the morale penalty is now scaled to how much you missed the full pay amount by. So if you only missed the full salary amount by 100 Aura, you'll be far better off than you were before the update. Also, the amount of Aura you receive from arena battles, and particularly from winning the more difficult League qualifier battles, has been increased. These qualifier battles also now provide a morale boost for your team, which really helps make these victories feel all the more impactful. Furthermore, you can also hire out your fighters at the docks now, which provides extra money in exchange for energy. This can really come in handy if you're just a couple of hundred Aura away on payday. All these updates to the money side of the economy have given the player more control over whether they succeed or fail, which is really what we want out of a tactics game. On the morale side of things, missing payday doesn't hurt as bad as I mentioned, but you also have some additional viable options for improving morale. Since money is a little less tight now, you can afford to give out bonuses more often to improve morale, and you can also find morale improving books in the shop more often and for cheaper prices. It is also easier now to have an extra fighter or two, making it much less painful to grant a vacation to a fighter. The updates haven't stopped there though. In addition to tweaking the money and morale boosting availability, the developer Sinister Design has also developed a time system where we are able to do more than one activity each day. Originally, you could only do one activity of shopping, training, recruiting, or visiting the arena each day. Now we can go to the arena or any other two activities. For instance, now we can visit the shop for some better gear, and then hire out a few team members to pay for that gear that we just bought. Or we can send one character to the trainer, and then go to the recruiter to get another in the same day. Speaking of the trainer, this is now a very viable option. Not only do you have the aura to take advantage of the trainer, but the trainer cost has been reduced somewhat as well. Because of this, I was finally able to multi-class a unit. To be fair, it's not true multi-classing, as your unit will now level purely as the new class, but you get to keep all the stats and abilities from the previous class, thus creating a more flexible character. In addition to the economy updates, there have also been several updates to the game's combat balance as well. One example of this is the reduction in the power of enemy cavaliers, who used to have an ability to increase their already high movement range. This ability basically meant they could reach any point on the map and made them very difficult to counter. Their charge ability has also been nerfed, as it was overly devastating. Having experienced this myself, I'm glad it's been adjusted. There have been several other adjustments to the economy and combat, along with a myriad of bug fixes, but I just wanted to highlight some of the big updates here. For a full list, just check out the developer's update post on Steam. Overall, there have been, I believe, 3 major updates since the game's release a week and a half ago. While there will undoubtedly be more bugs to be squashed and balancing issues to deal with, the game is much more playable now, and has just received a content expansion with the addition of an additional league to play through. Meaning that this is a good time to jump in and experience this great tactical RPG if you haven't yet. And by the way, did I mention that there is a fully realized campaign creator tool as well, where you can make your own characters, maps, and stories? Hopefully, I've shed some light on this game and its recent updates, and you can now say you didn't miss it. And I'm curious, do you play indie games? What are some of your favorites? Let me know in the comments below. Please remember to give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned to the channel for more on this game and other tactical RPGs. If you'd like to see the previous game in this series, I've got a review for it right here. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and keep on gaming.